What a great way to take it. If you like slow-paced basketball, you've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Brown in at the small forward position.
I like the unselfish approach from Brown there, willing to give it up to his open teammates.
Doncic with it. The 3. Porzingis grabs the board.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Three-pointer Holiday. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Poke loose. White, good. White's got 5.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
James to the wing on the left. Hayes for 3. Knocks down the long J.
For someone with his scoring numbers, it's remarkable James still makes time to set others up.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
And so Tatum nails both of them.
Just money from the line. Tatum knows the importance of making free throws.
Hachimura with a screen on Holiday. They get it back. Goodwin passes to Hachimura. Screen by James. Offensive board. Pass to Doncic. Clock at 6. Hachimura with the ball. Back to Doncic. James with the ball. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Boston has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And there's White. That's good on the assist from Holiday. He has 7.
Putting his court vision on full display. Holiday plays the role of floor general pretty effectively.
All alone on the break. And he lays it in on the break.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Now here's Brown. Outside Holiday. for three, Porzingis. The Lakers with a rebound.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
James against Tatum. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, LeBron James last season set the record for most All-Star nods in NBA history. He said, quote, "I'm blessed to do what I love and just to try to give back to the game that's given to me over 2 decades. Long ago, I exceeded anything I ever dreamed of being in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit." Brian?
Thanks, Allie. Now here's Holiday. The kick to Tatum. And he lobs it up. And the jam by Brown.
Flashing his athleticism there. Once Brown gets solid interior positioning, he's focused on jamming it home.
And there's James from the arc. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. Celtics lead by 7. It's Brown on the wing. Back to Tatum. Jacks up a 3. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Los Angeles has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. Out to the right wing. Here's Goodwin. Pure from three-point range.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's White. No good with a layup.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Doncic passes to Hachimura. Kicks it to Doncic. Puts up a 3. The shot won't fall. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 4-point game. To the left side wing. And James launches it from deep. Sends it home from three-point land. James has got 6.
The accuracy of LeBron's shooting is something else. He makes the long-range 3 look easy.
And here's Holiday. Here's Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Now, here is James. They trail by 3. Hayes misses. Right side White. Here's Brown. Into the lane. And the jam by Brown.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. No good on the shot. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. Boston out in front, up 5. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score off them.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. Then it's Jaylen Brown. Then there's Drew Holiday. And it's Hauser in at the 2 spot.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Walsh is checked in for Boston. Beyond the arc. Holiday grabs the miss. Boston leading by 5. Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Fires the 3. Drains the triple.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
To the inside. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Hayes with a screen on Tatum. For 3, James. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
Well, LeBron is a guy who can score from anywhere. He's comfortable taking long-range shots.
Pass to Hauser. Here's Walsh. Outside Tatum. Porzingis sets a screen. Back to Tatum. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here.
Coming into the league, putting up points was no problem for Tatum, but now he's creating scoring opportunities for others.
Hayes with a screen on Tatum. From behind the arc. The offensive rebound. Here's Finney-Smith. Can't tie it up. That one misses. Celtics lead by 3. And Holiday powers it home.
And striking without warning. Holiday can be so sudden.
Here's Goodwin. And there's James from the arc. Oh, LeBron buries a 3.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Down low. Here's Hauser. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got his 4th assist in this one.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
And it's a completely new group for the Lakers. Horford, he's checked in for Boston. Craig comes in for Tatum. Out left to the wing. Back to Holiday. The shake. And he lays it up and in. Holiday's gotten 4 this quarter. Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got 2 young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren. Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Vincent passes to Hachimura. And there's a pick. Launches a 3. He can't get that one to fall. Boston leading by 5. To the paint. Here's Walsh. There's a minute 17 left to play in the first half of basketball. And here's Horford for 3. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
From deep, Reeves. Pass to Vincent. Hachimura sets a screen. Let's go with a 3. Vincent can't hit. The Celtics have gotten an impressive 6 of 8 shots to fall in the second. Here's Walsh. He's covered by Vincent. Outside Craig. And stolen by Reeves. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. The ball's knocked loose. Fires the 3. Drills it from deep. Reeves has got 6. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Craig finds Horford. Holiday with the ball. Here's Hauser. He's covered by Reeves. Outside Holiday. To the inside. Vincent with the defensive effort. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Celtics. They're up by 2. And we'll be back right after this.
29. Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You got to like what we're seeing from LeBron James.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
Rui Hachimura is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Gabe Vincent. Then it's Austin Reeves. And it's Connect in at the 3 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Count it for Vincent.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Here's Brown. Horford outside. Pass to Craig. Good, and it's Horford who picks up the assist. Craig's got his first bucket in this one.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
The Lakers trail. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success. And anything short of that is a failure.
Horford against Vanderbilt. The three from Craig. Knocks it down from distance. And now a 4-point Boston lead. The Lakers have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Vincent passes to Hachimura. And the layup falls.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 3 in this second half. Outside Craig. It's Brown on the wing. Brown cashes in. A terrific finisher inside.
Look, Brown's a great athlete. I love to see him work inside.
Reeves against White. Vanderbilt with a screen. And here's Reeves outside. Horford pulls it in. Boston leading by 4. Here's White. Can't connect from short range. Los Angeles has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. And here's Vanderbilt from the arc. Rebounded by the Celtics. Inside. And Brown rising high for the finish.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Count the basket. Vincent's got 5 now. We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter. And, Coach, you look at Derek White, maybe not the biggest name, but he is a winning player.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He's got a great feel for the game at both ends of the court. He is tremendously solid across the board.
Vanderbilt, no good. The Celtics have gone 6 of 7 and appearing confident in this half. Brown can't hit.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
From deep, Reeves sinks it from distance. Reeves has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Horford. And Horford powers it home.
This is where Horford's agility comes into play. He finds the lane and takes it all the way.
Reeves with a screen on Brown. Hachimura with room to shoot. Again, the Lakers score. There's 53 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Here's Brown on the dribble. Whoa! Jaylen Brown, a big-time finish.
Yeah, we know Brown loves some aerial theatrics, and he really went all out there.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Back to Pritchard. 30 seconds left to play in the third. Horford, left side. Here's Craig. And it's Connect with a rebound. Lakers trail by 3. Now Reeves. 13 points in the game. For the tie. That shot missing. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
If you see yourself in the big screen, give yourself a big round of applause. Substitution on the court.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
It may be a players' league, but the coaches obviously play a big part as well.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
It's stolen by Doncic. It's been all about Jaylen Brown for the Boston Celtics. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court right now for the Celtics, Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. Then there's Drew Holiday, and it's Hauser in at the 2-guard spot.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
Doncic passes to Hayes. It's stolen by Holiday. And here we go, the Celtics on the run. Good work there as it goes. And the Celtics lead by 8. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance, always a great idea.
And James gets it to go.
And any decent look from distance, he's taking it. He has that locked-in mentality right now.
Well, he's firing away with confidence from downtown. The defense better adjust to this, and fast.
Porzingis for 3. The Lakers with a rebound. James has got 4 rebounds now. To the wing, right side. Hayes for 3. Hits a three-pointer. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Tatum finds Holiday. Back to Tatum. Tatum drops the hammer.
Poor rim. Tatum plays with such an edge.
Lakers trail by 4. Now here's Doncic. Pass to Hayes. Hayes with a screen on Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. Porzingis against Doncic. No good that time. Celtics lead by 4. Tatum on the drive. And finished off by Tatum.
The athletic swing man. I love whenever Tatum goes up with force off the drive.
And Doncic, here we go. And Doncic hammers it home.
His hang time on the rim puts a sweet cherry on top, BA.
It's a close game, and those displays of explosiveness can jumpstart a team. Oh, my goodness!
What a dunk!
We don't always get to see this from Tatum, adding the sizzle to the steak.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And the Lakers making a change here. Reeves is checked in. Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Derek White comes in for Hauser. Brown against Doncic. Pass to Holiday. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. And now an 8-point Boston lead.
Yeah, good execution in close. Holiday likes mixing things up and finishing from this area.
The shot by Reeves, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
James with a steal. Hayes finds James. And so they foul intentionally.
That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
Boston on D. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. LeBron is in attack mode tonight. He's looking to score every time he touches the ball.
Brown inside, guarded by Doncic. On the wing, Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Holiday. There's the 3. The kick to Tatum. Tries again. It's Tatum working inside.
What a move by Tatum. When he's pulling these off, he's impossible to defend.
And Doncic puts up a deep three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Doncic has got 5 points in the quarter.
Clutch play by Doncic. He's been doing this since he was a kid.
Porzingis with a screen on Doncic. To the middle. KP wrecks the rim.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. James double team. Pass to Reeves. 40 seconds left in the game. Three-pointer. Out to James. Lets the three fly. That shot is off. Miss number 6 of the day out of 12 attempts. Tatum way outside. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
At the line for two.
Doncic hits them both. Boston on offense, leading by 5. White, the pass to Brown. White looking it over. Pass to Porzingis. Takes a three. And there's White. That's good on the assist by Porzingis. And so it's Boston with the W. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks.
We got two of the top offensive teams in this one.
Yeah, but my focus is on the other end tonight. Defense. The team that can come up with just a few timely stretches of stops, I think they win.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. And one forward, Thompson. And the other forward, Washington. Irving is out there with Christie. And it's Davis in at the 5 spot. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Los Angeles ball.
And here are the Lakers. Here's James. Puts the move on, and the layup is up and in.
This is where LeBron James is so dangerous. Physically hard to handle on the interior. Turn the lights out.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Nice move. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Doncic left side.
Dallas foul. Christie. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Hachimura with a screen on Christie. The 3 for Doncic. Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Luka Doncic started off his 2024 Doris with a historic scoring performance.
He sure did, Kevin. He was only the 4th player in league history to score over 72 points in a game. It was the shooting performance of a lifetime, and Luka just takes it all in stride. Incredible.
Here's LeBron after the made shot from Klay Thompson, and he makes that one.
Just textbook basketball, right? James's IQ for the game so high, his vision and court awareness so good, he can exploit that pick and roll so effectively.
And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith.
That's his first
foul.
First team foul.
Irving against James. Now, here is Irving. He's tightly guarded. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, solid work from Kyrie right there. This guy never fears going against bigger players. His shot making too good.
And it's Doncic missing. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Davis, the pass to Irving. Over Finney-Smith. Back to Davis. Shoots the 3. Traps in the tray.
Yeah, even though Davis can create for himself, you love to see him get set up in rhythm.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Hits it from 3-point range.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Davis. Lets it go from deep. Bangs home the trifecta. Davis has got 6.
It's always a good sign when the 3 is falling for Davis. It really opens up the rest of his game.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
2 minutes remain in the first.
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind. It's fun to watch.
I'll tell you, some people question the athleticism of Luka Doncic, but boy, he loves to dunk on occasion and let you hear about it.
Irving, good.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And here's LeBron outside, and it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 3. Puts it up for Davis, and stolen by LeBron. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And the three ball is good. 8 points for him.
Well, Luka Doncic on the receiving end of a quality pass. We usually see him with the ball.
Irving can't get it to go.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. A miss that time would have put him up. For Dallas, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. With some art, and the basket is good. He's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, the hoop and the harm. Luka Doncic, the finish, and he'll get an opportunity to add to that.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the game. You know, Doris, every so often there are guys that come along that you can build a franchise around, and Luka Doncic seems to be one of them.
There's no question, Kevin, and if I were putting a team around Luka Doncic, I'd want to have multiple vertical threats at the rim and shooters at every other position, because at that point, Luka is unguardable.
And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Dallas. Over to the wing. Outside Irving. Over Doncic. And that one released in time, but no good. Tie game in Los Angeles. And we'll get the second quarter underway on... And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
On the floor for Dallas. And one forward, Thompson. And the other forward, Washington. Christie is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Davis at the center position. Pulls up for three. That shot missing. The Lakers shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Here's Finney-Smith. Christie with the rebound.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Out to the right wing. Outside Irving. Second chance shot. Got a hand on it. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
That was ball.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. And Davis can't get it to go. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult. And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
And there is a whistle, and that's going to go on Jackson Hayes. That is his first foul of the game. Moving against LeBron. Left side, Irving hangs in the air.
He could not get that one over LeBron James. Just perfect position, great strength, and send it back, Mr. James. No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Christie the pass to Irving. Looking to get it going. Dallas moving the ball around. Christie kicks to Irving. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Reeves outside. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Reeves. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Pass to Powell. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
And this is an evolving aspect of Dwight Powell's game, getting comfortable in the catch and shoot from just about anywhere.
Took him no time at all on that one. Kleber's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The Mavericks have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Powell, the pass to Marshall, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Marshall's got it all tied up now for Dallas. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, has great hands. PJ can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
Yeah, but there was an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. So it's the Mavericks now, following the 3 by the Lakers. Vanderbilt with the steal. Here's Connect. And again, Los Angeles with the triple. And let's get your guys take now on the hustle stats for the Lakers.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy chances.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Vanderbilt a screen on Dinwiddie. Reeves the pass to Vanderbilt. Reeves against Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 3. A shot by Kleber, wide open. Off target from outside. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. It's stolen by Vanderbilt. Here we go, 1-on-1. And here's Reeves outside. He doesn't hit that one. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Connect out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then it's Goodwin, and it's Kleber in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's the Laker 5. Here's Connect. Goodwin with it, guarded now by Marshall. And Connect slams it in.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Now, here's Exum. Back to Gafford. Dinwiddie kicks to Exum. It's good from long range. Exum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, Dante Exum knocking down shots will put a smile on this team's face. He continues to work on the offensive end.
Pass to Goodwin. Beyond the arc. Here's Vanderbilt. Here's Connect. He has 5. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Connect. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Connect's got 8 points.
And that's Connect's biggest weapon offensively. He's a knockdown three-point shooter.
As a junior college product, Dalton Connect, Greg, didn't have a traditional path to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, spent 2 years at a JC, 2 more at a small Division I program, then used his extra year of eligibility to transfer to Tennessee, and there he became a first-team All-American and turned himself into a first-round pick.
Now, here's Kleba. Reeves outside. Kleba with a screen on Dinwiddie. Just 5 to shoot. He had a nice open look right there. Now it's a 5-point Laker lead.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Powell with a screen on Reeves. There's the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Well, the emphatic three-point answer from Dwight Powell. Nice.
Reeves outside. Pass to Kleba. Fires the 3. Rebound by Marshall. And so Marshall will bring it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 2. Powell with the screen. Exum. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's Connect. And it's good for 2. 10 points for him.
Not just a jump shooter. Connect is very capable of capitalizing inside.
The three-pointer, no good. Los Angeles leading by 4.
2 minutes.
Vanderbilt setting the pick for Goodwin. From deep. Pass to Reeves. Powell with the steal. Reeves against Dinwiddie. 1:39 left to play in the third. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Gafford. The Lakers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Goodwin passes to Kleba. Reeves in the corner. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Gafford. Mavericks trail by 4. Dinwiddie outside. Now Gafford. Still yet to score. That's a 2 from Powell. From the top of the key, he buries it.
This guy, you almost think of him like a jack of all trades. Powell showing he can also face up and hit that jumper.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Launches it. It's rebounded by Dallas. Now, here's Marshall. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. It's his first trip to the line. And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Now, here is Irving. He has 7. Pass to Thompson. For the lead.
That's quickness and size, working in Finney-Smith's favor on the defensive end, making it very tough for the shooter to get any kind of look around him.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Doncic. Now Hayes. Back to Doncic. Los Angeles with another miss. Here's Irving. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Luka Doncic.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And so Irving nails both of them.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
Your winner, number 15, Austin Reeves.
3 from the inbound. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Oh, man, that's a monster shot to close out the third. And the lead is...
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Los Angeles on top, leading by just one. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. On the floor for Dallas, starting the fourth quarter here. And one forward, Thompson. At the other forward, Washington. Kyrie Irving is out there with Christie. And it's Davis at the center, filling out the middle. James connects from deep.
You see there's a hesitation to close out too hard on LeBron. They don't want to see him get downhill. But that three-point shot is on point.
Here's Christie. Back to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Davis. It's a floater, and he sinks the layup.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Here's LeBron. Here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
And the passing instincts of James are just unreal. He has that great sense for when and where to send the ball.
That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Irving.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
And for his position, Davis, a solid distributor. He's one of the league's most unique players.
Doncic finds Hachimura. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. The lead is 2. And here's James outside. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
They swipe it. Here's Christie. And it's all evened up.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's Hayes. James outside. Launches from deep. Whoa! James showing the range.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Irving for 3. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
Guys, it doesn't get much bigger than that. Irving.
What a thing of beauty from James.
We all know LeBron wants to take these shots. When the pressure is at its highest, he does not shy away from making the play his team needs.
Irving with it, and Hachimura picks him up defensively. The kick out to Irving. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Irving's got 10 points in just the second half. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry.
And finished off by LeBron.
LeBron James leads by contributing in so many different areas. That time, a big offensive rebound.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
And look at how aggressive they were defensively, forcing mistakes and turning those mistakes into points.
The other thing for this team today, they have a bunch of second chance points. They're turning misses into makes.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time. Was there ever a doubt they'd go to Luka Doncic? This guy is a big-time performer.
Here's Irving, and the rejection by LeBron. We've got 1:08 left in the game. LeBron slashes inside. It's good.
King James with ice water in his veins. An absolutely breathtaking player.
Here's Irving. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Now, when the game is on the line, Kyrie is the guy you want taking the shot. He is a stone-cold finisher.
That's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Davis with a screen on LeBron. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Stepping up. Davis is a fantastic option late. You know with that height and skill set, he's going to get a good look.
LeBron kicks to Hayes. 1 second separating the shot clock in game. James looking it over. Clock at 6. Drives to the hoop. And there's the big-time James. He slams it right over Davis.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Dallas calls timeout. 5 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
And on the way from Irving for 3. No good. Shot missing. And so the Lakers take the win. Probably a little closer than... Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Well, both of these teams. Are known for their scoring, Clark.
For sure, and we could actually just unplug the shot clock. Come on now. There's not going to be anywhere close to a shot clock violation in this one. This one's going to be entertaining and fun for all of us.
And now Dallas' starting group. Thompson, the small forward. Washington holding down the 4. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Davis. And it's Christie in at the shooting guard position. And stolen by Brown. On the take. Oh! And a dunk by Brown!
Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute, and the point of emphasis of the game plan against Anthony Davis was to simply be more physical inside. Coach said we have to force him outside the paint and make him shoot those mid to long range shots. Sounds like they're willing to give up the outside shot to keep Davis from dominating the paint.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And the basket by Holiday.
Packing some muscle on it. Holiday able to push that shot through.
And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for Dallas. Fires for 3. And he buries his first look.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. Now Porzingis. To the paint. And there's Holiday. That's good. On the assist by Porzingis. Holiday's got his second basket. Irving against Holiday. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Here's White. The kick to Tatum. Back to White. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Jason Tatum scores, but also creates for his teammates a sign of his continuing growth as a player.
Here's Irving. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
Davis from long range. It's hauled in by White. The Celtics have gone 5 of 5 in this quarter. Solid. Fires the 3. Holiday. That one's good. Holiday's got 9.
You know, he's often the setup guy, but Holiday gives you just as much, maybe even more, as a terrific finisher.
And that one's good. Irving.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
White, the pass to Porzingis. On the wing, Holiday. He can't hit that time. Mavericks trail by 3.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
On the wing, Thompson. He's covered by Holiday. Thompson passes to Davis. And stolen by Porzingis. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. White for 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Irving looking around. Pass to Washington. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Brown. No good off the back of the rim.
Good idea with the fadeaway, but the defense was just all over it.
The 3. Washington grabs the miss. Outside Irving. They grab their own miss. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Using that length Davis turning a miss into a make. Bonus points for his team.
Washington against Tatum. Here he goes. And finished off by Tatum.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his 3rd foul so far.
A great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
And the Celtics making a change here. Hauser's checked in.
So many different ways that Holiday can beat you because he's got great length and size for a guard, and that allows him not to be afraid to mix it up inside.
Now here's Washington. No made baskets yet. Here's Davis. Tatum pulls it in. Celtics lead by 5. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
There you see how tough Holiday is. He simply pressed and forced the issue there and got the defense to overcommit.
Dinwiddie, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And he's good on the second. 24 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Davis. Thompson with a screen. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Dinwiddie. Davis has got 5.
Hey, he'll drop that 3 on you if you don't respect Davis from out there.
On the wing, Holiday. Tatum from long range. He drops it from range. Tatum's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And so it's the Boston Celtics leading by 6 as And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Boston.
I really like how they're knifing inside with confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
On the court right now for the Mavericks. Thompson, the small forward. Washington holding down the 4. Then there's Davis. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Christie in at the 2. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Holiday against Dinwiddie. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Hey, props to Dinwiddie there. I mean, Spencer, the closer he gets to the rim, the more dangerous he is.
They kick it out to Porzingis. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 4 assists in the game.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks. They kick it out to Porzingis. No good from outside.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
The 3 from Thompson. Porzingis grabs the board.
That's staying connected to the shooter and timing the contest.
Brown against Thompson. Brown passes to Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
Going off himself tonight. Holiday won't do this every night. But if his team needs his scoring, he can provide it.
And it's Washington missing. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for Boston. And then Tatum slams it in.
An athletic forward who dunks it with style. showing off his dunking ability right there.
Outside Davis. The 3-ball. Rebounded by the Celtics. Stolen by Dinwiddie. Here we go. Sinks that one from the post. Dinwiddie's got 7 now in this quarter.
Dinwiddie so efficient, making the most of his opportunity with good effect.
2 minutes.
Holiday surveying the floor, and Porzingis launches it from deep. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
I don't know what you do about that. Davis just powering it down.
Here's Tatum. Hey, Tatum getting it done inside. Clark, one topic that gets its share of attention, illegal screens.
And with good reason, because guys are bigger, stronger, a lot of pick and roll action. So you've got to be more diligent in cracking down on those screens that are illegal. The game is extremely fluid. Guys are in constant motion. But I think it's a hard call to make consistently, but the officials have to keep working at it. Man, I love how strong Tatum goes to the rack. When you give him room to get up, he's banging that thing.
Washington outside. Dinwiddie outside. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Tatum drives in. Outside Porzingis. And here's Brown for 3. Big hit from outside. Jaylen Brown.
When JB is on from here, it really boosts his team.
Mavericks trail by 9. Outside Davis. The 3 from Washington. Holiday grabs the miss. For Boston, they've gotten 7 of 10 attempts to drop in the second quarter. Here's Hauser. He's covered by Dinwiddie. The 3, Porzingis. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field. It's stolen. Holiday passes to Tatum. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. P.J. Washington picks one up.
You really like your chances with Tatum at the line. He locks in and focuses on these two.
Jason Tatum.
And that one falls for Tatum. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Outside Irving. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for the Boston Celtics. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. We'll be right back with you shortly. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Pritchard and White at the 1 and the 2. Luke Cornett out there with Torrey Craig. And it's Walsh in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And Daniel Gafford picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
You know, Clark, watching Kyrie Irving, he still does things you just can't believe.
His ball handling ability is just remarkable, and his finishing ability surpasses his rush hour handling. And that's saying a ton. He can beat anybody off the dribble. He can make tough shots. He really is one of the elite scorers from the guard position in the history of the NBA. I don't think that's an overstatement. From the angles he finishes, the shots he can make, he's as elite as we've had in the league. Derek White doing a nice job orchestrating the offense in the right direction there.
Pass to Powell. Back to Irving. Powell will screen on Craig. Irving for three. Nails it from three. Irving's got 12 points.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Here's Walsh. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. And the Celtics lead by 10. Dallas has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. Pass to Gafford. It's Exum on the wing. And here is Irving. Crafty move. And he sinks the layup. 14 points for him.
Irving, so much fun to watch in this one so far, utilizing every aspect of his offensive game.
Oh, here's White on the drive. Good.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Pass to Gafford. Here's Marshall. Offensive rebound. Irving for three. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Boston leading by 10. Here's Walsh. And he banks in the layup. Walsh has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, the Mavericks are looking to contend. Coach Jason Kidd said, we're trying to build a championship team, and it's not easy. Dallas has not talked about that for a long time. So to talk about that is pretty cool. To be able to build it takes time. We have the personnel. We have the team. Brian, that's confidence.
Yep, and they're in win-now mode, Allie. Thank you. 19-footer. Craig, no good.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
I'd like to see them run more plays for him. Maybe something in motion to make it harder for the defense to deny the ball.
Here's Craig after the basket by Dallas. Inside. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns. Savvy move to pull up from three-point range on the break there. When you can shoot it like he can, if you've got it, take it.
Here's Irving. Here's Powell. Excellent outside. Pass to Irving. Takes the three. Knocked away. And out of bounds. Boston will have it.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
Number 55, Baylor Shireman.
Here's Pritchard. Still without a bucket. Right wing. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter. Back to Cornette. Got a piece of it. Gafford with the ball. In transition, here they come. And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Horford, he's checked in for Boston. Celtics lead by 10. Here's Shireman. Outside Craig. The three. Davis for the rebound. Davis has got his fourth rebound in this one. There's the triple. Buries it from three.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
Let's get loud, fans.
puts up a deep three. And so it's the Boston Celtics closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead, getting lots of great looks. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter. Thompson, the small forward. Washington holding down the floor. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Christie in at the 2. And some changes here for the Celtics. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Craig. Derek White comes in for Hauser. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. Here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Thompson. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got his 4th assist with that last one. The shot misses. Ooh, Washington with the defensive effort. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Here's Brown. Brown! Oh, my goodness!
And Brown really is at his best when he takes it inside. Defense has no idea what to do with it.
Thompson outside. Pass to Christie. Thompson with it. Now guarded by Brown. 4 on the clock. Dinwiddie outside. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Here's Holiday. Pass to White. Down low. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one. Doing it all.
Davis, the pass to Thompson. Back to Davis. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Team foul.
Washington a screen. Shot on the wing. Porzingis grabs the board. Celtics lead by 6. Kick out to Brown. From the arc. He can't get it to go. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Pass to Davis. And he commits the intentional foul. Kyrie Irving's checked in for Dinwiddie.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Mavericks substitution.
Irving, the pass to Thompson. The 3 is up. Rebounded by the Celtics. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. On the wing, Tatum. Back to Brown. The kick out to White. Porzingis passes to Brown. Man, Brown just showing his toughness inside.
Brown taking on all challengers. This kind of fearless approach is what his teammates and coaches love seeing.
Left side, Davis. Thompson outside. 6 to shoot. Washington, a screen on Porzingis. Oh, Thompson, the long-range triple.
Fantastic to see Klay Thompson deliver when his team needs a basket most.
Here's Porzingis. The kick out to White. Pass to Holiday. Goes back up. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Derek White. First personal foul. Third team foul.
1:33 left to play in the fourth quarter. Christie passes it to Thompson. Clay busting it up inside.
Even though he does most of his damage along the perimeter, Thompson can also dial it up inside.
Washington against Tatum. Outside Holiday from deep. Brown passes to White. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
You know, I think that's exactly the right attitude for White to have. Go at the defender head on and don't back away from the contact.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 7-point game.
Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
Irving for three to the inside. White with a steal. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Tatum against Davis. Holiday passes to Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. Now Porzingis. Tatum a screen on Davis. Porzingis for three. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed. Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Back to Davis. And stolen by Holiday. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Tatum from deep three-point land. Ooh, poked away. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer.
Christie.
Going inside. Oh, it's a big-time jam. Slams it right over Irving.
At the line, Jason Tatum. At the line with one shot.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed.
That's tipped. No good. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
for a good one here, Richard. This game has all the makings of a shootout.
Yeah, these are two high-powered offenses. I feel for all the defenders in this one because they're going to have their hands full.
And now the Lakers starting group. In it forward for them, it's James and Hachimura. Luka Doncic out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Hayes in at the 5. And the rejection by LeBron. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. Now off the inbound. The rebound by the Lakers.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Boston ball.
Here are the Celtics with the ball. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. I asked him about the game plan to contain LeBron James, and he laughed. He said, there's a way to contain LeBron James. All we can do is try not to give him easy looks and force him to make tough plays. I guess that's the best thing to do against King James, guys.
Thank you, David.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
A nice shot by LeBron.
You gotta appreciate LeBron's shot selection. He looks to take high percentage shots whenever he can.
Back to Brown. Pass to White. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Rui Hachimura picks one up. And Derek White, he's one of the most valuable guards, Richard, in the NBA.
White can play the one, he can shoot the ball, plus he is an all-league defender. So Derek White gives you everything you want in your backcourt.
Doncic, Hachimura with it. And here's James outside. They grab their own miss. Tries again. Out to Doncic. Hits the 3-point bomb.
And Doncic used to creating kind of a luxury for him to simply catch and shoot.
Holiday looking for an opening. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Holiday. And there it is for him.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Puts up a 3. Hayes, no good. Boston trailing. Right side, White. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Pass to Brown. Back to Porzingis. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. LA's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And here comes White, leading the fast break. They now take the lead.
He can do a lot with the ball, but Brown is just as good playing off the ball. He's always ready to catch and fire.
Screen by James. And stolen by White. Jumps up, and White slams it in.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
LeBron sets the screen for Doncic. James outside. To halt the run. And again, the Lakers no good. Celtics leading by 4. And something you see with the Lakers, they really trust their role players, don't they, Richard?
Yeah, LeBron does a great job of empowering his group. That's why he's top 5 in the league all the time in assists. If you earn his trust, he will give you a ton of space to work. The Lakers know that they can only go as far as their great group of role players.
And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown winning a title together. That's something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them up. Good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept them both. In their first 7 seasons as a duo, they have 5 trips to the conference finals. That is a ridiculous run.
Holiday against Doncic. Tatum, and the dunk by Tatum.
Oh, this is how aggressive Tatum is. Excellent job of getting to the rim and a finish. Just light work.
Here's Doncic. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pass to Tatum. Trying to find White. Gets it to him. The kick out to Brown. Down low. Here's Tatum. LeBron grabs the miss. Lakers trail by 6. To the paint. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And now it's Brown running. Oh my goodness, the slam!
Showing off his pure athleticism. Brown with a memorable finish.
Hachimura the pass to Doncic. Back to Hachimura. To the left side wing. Here's Hayes. And again, the Lakers no good. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter. In it forward for him, it's James and Hachimura. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Lakers trail by 8. Doncic right side. Tries a 3. Connects from three-point range. Hayes has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Outside Tatum. Pass to Brown. Back to Tatum. Shot clock at 5. And here's Porzingis for a 3. LeBron grabs the miss. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. RJ, last season, LeBron passed 40,000 career points. Do you think we'll ever see someone get even close to that number again?
Probably not, Kevin. Not in my lifetime. You have to understand, you're going to have to score 25 points a game for 20-plus seasons to even have a chance. LeBron, he's 101.
Doncic against Holiday. Driving in. Yep, it counts. Holiday's got his second bucket of the game to go.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Now here's Hayes. Hayes with the screen for Doncic. Back to Hayes and taken away by Brown. And here we go. Tatum capping off the alley-oop.
Terrific lob, and Tatum takes care of the rest. This is how it's done. Those passes dunk themselves.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said, show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust him. I'm just trying to push the limit. See how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report. Celtics making a switch here. Craig's checked in. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Vanderbilt's checked in for Hachimura. Connect comes in for James. Goodwin's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Austin Reeves in for Luka Doncic.
And when you need a bucket from outside, Connect is your man.
Here's Holiday. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And it's the Lakers on the break from downtown. And it's Goodwin missing. Boston leading by 5. Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
Here's Reeves. A three-pointer off the mark. Brown the pass to Walsh. Here's Holiday.
2 minutes remaining.
Rebounded by the Lakers.
2 minutes.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Connect with a wide open look. Nails the corner three. Connects. Got 6 points in the quarter.
You have to stay attached to Connect. He's a terrific off-ball threat.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Boston making some changes. Hauser's checked in, and it's White in for Drew Holiday. Now here's White. And so the ball's out of bounds. Vanderbilt touched it last.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Lakers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Offensive rebound. Goodwin finds Reeves. The Lakers moving the ball around. 4 on the clock. From past the arc. Kleba with the bucket. Kleba's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
This is why you always have to chase guys off the arc, because everyone has a three-point shot now. That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Reeves against White. Pass to Connect. Back to Reeves. Vanderbilt with the screen. Shoots the three. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Count it. Hauser's got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Kleba with a screen on White. Reeves the pass to Vanderbilt. Back to Reeves. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Reeves. And again, it's the Lakers from deep. The Celtics have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. White, good.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor for the Celtics.
12 seconds left now here in the second.
Al Horford.
Kleba with a screen on White. And here is Kleba. What a play! Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
Now this is how you finish a first half, sending them to the locker room with a statement shot from three-point range.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Lakers lead by 4. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
They're thinking about the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Without question, Derek White displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
They've got Horford. Torrey Craig is out there with White. And it's Walsh in at the 2. That's the Boston 5. Back to Reeves. Hauser the pass to White. And eventually every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully by that point it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Here's Reeves. Following the basket by Derek White. Back to Reeves. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
And a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now, here's Goodwin. Nothing on the board. 5 on the clock. beyond the arc. The rebound by the Celtics. And here's Reeves outside. White down low. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. White's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Vanderbilt a screen on White. And here's Reeves outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And Horford, here we go. And the layup's good off the glass. Horford's got his second bucket tonight.
And folks, this is Horford in his zone. He wasn't going to let that opportunity slip away.
He takes it in and connects. Slams it in.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And how about the poise there by Horford? Lets the defender make the mistake, and now he's headed to the line.
Free throw good, Horford. Drew Holiday checked in for White. And so he makes both from the line.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
Connect sets a screen for Goodwin. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Reeves against Holiday. Reeves the pass to Goodwin. Trains the three-pointer. Goodwin's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the green.
I know Reeves has been accused of hunting fouls before. Richard, do you see that?
I don't know if it's all on Reeves. It's just the way the game is played. Great players learn how to put you in position to foul them. The goal of the game is to score, and if that's hunting fouls, then hunt away.
And we've got a lineup change for the Lakers. Knocks down the 3-ball.
Can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and they'll make you pay.
Doncic kicks to James. High, arcing shot. A 3. And he commits the intentional foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Zinkas is checked in for Boston. Jason Tatum comes in for Torrey Craig. Pass to Hayes. He tries for 3. Nailed from three-point land. Hayes has got 6 points. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. It's a 1-point game. Here's Hauser. He's covered by Hachimura. Back to Tatum. Emphatic finish by Tatum.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. You see some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Doncic passes to Hachimura. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Hachimura's got it all tied up now for the Lakers.
Just solid with the jump shot. Hachimura helps your offense in a number of ways. In that case, spacing the floor.
Tatum kicks to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. 6 to shoot. And the rejection by James.
A versatile, talented defender. LeBron excels at using his athleticism and length to block so many shots.
Brown is checked in for Boston. Richard comes in for Drew Holiday.
Nice little draw up there from the inbounds play to get them an easy bucket.
It's stolen by Brown. For the finish. A rebound by the Lakers.
And priority number 1 has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
From deep, James. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That was pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And he sinks the second. We've got 22 seconds left here in the third quarter. Pritchard passes to Porzingis. To the middle. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Hachimura against Brown. Tatum on the wing. From the arc. That one's not going to go. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Boston on top. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
First personal foul.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. In it forward for him, it's James and Hachimura. Doncic out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Hayes in at the 5, down low. Hayes with the screen for Doncic. Just 4 to shoot to take the lead. Porzingis with the rebound. The Celtics with the lead. Outside Brown. Richard, when you talk about Jaylen Brown, many scouts felt he'd never be a #1 level option offensively. But he's proven some people wrong.
Kevin, many scouts have been wrong many times. The question has been answered. He wasn't a great shooter when he first came into the league, and his ball handling also needed to improve. But now, both of those are strengths in his game.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs him.
Boston shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Holiday dishes to Tatum. Launches a 3. Lakers with the rebound. James has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And so they foul intentionally.
Jaylen Brown, first personal foul, second team foul.
Here's Reeves. The long distance 3 is buried.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
White against Reeves. Shot clock at 6. Rebounded by the Lakers. Hayes has got 4 rebounds now tonight. James with it. He's picked up by White. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Reeves outside. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Drills it from outside.
The wheel come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Finney-Smith. Doncic passes to Hayes. On the wing, James. A 3 ball. James cooking from deep.
Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
Porzingis with a screen on Doncic. The kick out to Holiday. No good from outside.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
And it's LeBron missing.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Outside, Porzingis. Brown with it. Back to Porzingis. The kick out to Holiday. There's the lob to Brown. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
There you go, JB. I love his confidence. One of his strongest traits.
James outside. Down low. Finney-Smith finds Hayes. Misses the 3. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Deflects the pass. Doncic with the steal. The 3. And Doncic with the triple.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Brown outside. Good good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 3 assists in the game. Poke loose. We've got 1:18 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Holiday. And he banks in the layup.
A fearless shot there by Holiday. With the whole team counting on him, he is able to come through.
Reeves the pass to Doncic. Here's Hayes. And another 3 for the Lakers.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep on the rain. In the clutch, Brown is someone you rely on, and he knows how to find his team points in a hurry.
Here's Finney-Smith. He's covered by Brown. Picked by Finney-Smith. And here's Doncic from the arc. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Pass to Tatum. Out to Porzingis. Celtics passing it around. Brown dishes to Holiday. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Team foul.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Reeves outside. Three-pointer. Misses the tray.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
A 3 from Porzingis. Can't get the 3 to fall. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll be back with you. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Now, Doncic, the post pair. Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. James wide open. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
Los Angeles ball.
The Lakers with the ball. Reeves gets the bucket.
Everybody, that's execution off an inbounds play.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
First team foul.
Celtics trail by 3. Inside. And White, the bucket on the assist by Holiday.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
To the wing on the left. Here's Finney-Smith, headed by Porzingis. For the 3. Finney-Smith can't get it to go. Austin's gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Reeves in the corner. Back to Hayes. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Brown's got 6 rebounds in the game. Out to White. Back to Brown. Over in the corner. White. With the drive. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. White's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Doncic finds Finney-Smith. And here's James outside. Rebound by Drew Holiday. The Celtics with the lead. Brown outside. To the inside. Doncic with the block.
The anticipation is there for Luka on defense.
Right wing. Here's the 3. Buries it from 3-point range.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
Pass to White. It falls. He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
And man, is he in his zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
They set the pick, and here's James outside. Hits the three.
I'm sorry, just who else would you want it shooting there? LeBron James, just so calm under pressure.
Here's Tatum. Got it. And that shot brings them to within just one.
The guy you want taking this shot. Tatum gets fired up and delivers.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Doncic.
Boston foul. Drew Holiday. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that'll put them up by 2.
LeBron James taking 2 shots.
Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
Yeah, they need to focus on scoring every possession and not turning over the ball.
Here's Brown, driving the lane. Money!
That's you on defense there. You can't give Brown this much room for takeoff, or it's going to be a problem.
James finds Reeves. The tray. Off target from downtown. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now.
Lakers substitution, Jared Vanderbilt.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time.
Who wants to go?
Outside Holiday. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And so we are tied again at the end of overtime. Can't stop now. We're ready for another extra period. What a game of basketball this has been. Here's Doncic. Pass to Hayes. In the corner, it's James. And the 3 off target.
And he has been a mad bomber from three-point range here in OT. Nothing, no falling. Not the time to go cold from downtown.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Hayes with the screen for James. LeBron from long distance.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Tatum kicks to Holiday. Back to Tatum. Good on the shot. And that's 13 points for Jason Tatum.
This is how confident Tatum is. Knows he can score inside whenever he wants.
Impressive work inside from Doncic.
That's just smart basketball right there. Finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
Brown outside. Brown jams it in.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
Reeves with it. He's picked up by White. Good on the three-point shot.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
And Holiday kicks to Tatum. Oh, Tatum won't be denied.
Brushing off the contact look. The dude is strong. When he gets in there, it's easy. That's an easy bucket.
Pass to James. Out to Doncic. Screen by James. Finney Smith can't get it to go. The Celtics shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor.
Nobody's going to catch Brown in the open court like that. Nobody.
Reeves the pass to Finney Smith. Back to Reeves. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. And that'll be to the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Doncic against Howard. Just 5 on the clock. Baseline J on the way.
You love how Holiday can get in a guy's shirt defensively without fouling.
Down kicks to Tatum. And Tatum driving. Yes!
I do not care what kind of game he is having. In these moments, Tatum is just different.
Screen by James. This one for 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Was there ever any doubt in who they were going to go to? LeBron James is clutch.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Second team foul.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
LeBron James, second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line, Jalen
drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Wow, doing all he can to give them the edge, pulling their lead out to 3 points.
Pass to LeBron, stolen by Tatum. It's in!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. A double overtime. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
And the focus of both of these teams, offense. Doris, it's about putting points on the board in bunches.
A BA, it seems to be a league-wide trend in many respects. There's so much conversation about how skilled these players are, the range shooting that you've got to deal with defensively. I think we've got to redefine the definition of good defense because these guys are so good.
And now the Los Angeles starters. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at center. Now, here is James. Pass to Hayes. Back to James. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. Thompson pulls it in.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
And the shot's good by Irving.
How about the athleticism? Kyrie stops on a dime, knocks it in. Some of the best breaks in the league.
The 3, James. The shot is good. Doncic making the play.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And here's Thompson for 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Doris, you talk about a guy who forces you to play at his pace. That's Luka Doncic.
Oh, my goodness, B.A., there's no question. He's got tremendous patience. He's in complete command of the tempo of the game. But maybe my favorite aspect is how he manipulates the game to get defenders off balance. What you love about Luka Doncic is he's this unique combination of size and skill. He can really play cross-positionally. He makes shots at all 3 levels, so dangerous.
Now here's Irving. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Well, solid work from Kyrie right there. This guy never fears going against bigger players. His shot making too good.
They get it again. Hachimura, the pass to James. And here's Doncic. This one for 3. Davis with a rebound. In transition for 3. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right. He stays connected and great timing on the contest.
3. And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from deep. Irving against James. The 3 from Washington. James with the rebound. The Lakers in the lead. Here's Doncic. That falls. Nice feed that time from James.
Yeah, Doncic is used to and accustomed to all this contact. In fact, you get the sense he loves and relishes this kind of play.
Here's Irving. Pass to Washington. Again, the miss by Dallas.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
Out to Hachimura. For 3, James hits the trifecta. James has got 9.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Now Doncic. James outside. Ooh, LeBron with the slam.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Thanks.
Yeah, Davis was just waiting for the ball, and once he gets it, it's all over.
Here's James. And and he makes it on the layup. He's got 13.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Washington outside. Out to Thompson. From outside the arc. And the Mavericks, another three.
This is what you call a dead-eye three-point perimeter shooter. Clayton Thompson doing work.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Kicks it to Doncic. Screen by James. Over to the left wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hayes with a screen. Inside. Over Washington.
Well, this is what you call your big man playing big. Terrific work on the glass.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the three-point arc.
So on the floor for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Luka Doncic is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Hayes in at the 5.
Well, you love the unselfish nature of Kyrie Irving. He understands it's his job to make the guys around him feel good and find them in their sweet spots.
Now here's Doncic. From deep three-point range. Oh, Doncic from way out there.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And stolen by Hayes. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it. Mavericks trail by 6. Doris, one place you see this Dallas team show up is in the hustle stats.
B.A., this version of the Dallas Mavericks is as tough and as gritty and as willing to compete as any I've seen.
The explosion to the rim for Luka.
Luka, one of the most prolific drivers in the game, and boy, does he make a pretty move there.
Irving against James. Rejected by James. Doncic up top. Give him 8 points now. Hayes with a screen on Irving. Finney-Smith passes to Doncic. James outside. Davis with a rebound. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. James against Washington. Davis with a screen on James. The 3 from Washington. It's Hayes with the rebound. The Lakers lead by 6. Doncic finds Hachimura. Back to Doncic. Pass to Hayes. Now Hachimura. James outside. 5 on the clock. Hachimura sets a screen. 3-pointer, no good. Dallas has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Davis misses. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. James, a freight train coming!
You call this a groove, folks. Offensively, when shots are falling, you're getting to your spots. LeBron James right now on his personal playground.
Here's Irving, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Deflects the pass. Back to Hachimura. Pass to Doncic. You're a good person to ask this, Doris. Why do so many point guards turn into successful coaches?
Yeah, I think, obviously, Brian, as a point guard, you're responsible for knowing every position on the floor, where they're supposed to be at all times. And you're also sort of thinking like the coach already. This person hasn't had a bucket in a while. How do I get them in a position to make them successful. So I think you're in control of so much as a point guard that it naturally translates to coaching. While inside the painted areas, Klay Thompson showing off a little bit of touch.
Screen by James. 4-3. Luka! Lethal!
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Irving, the pass to Washington. Here's the pick. Here's Davis. Gets to the corner and hits it. Davis has got 5 now.
Well, Davis is a very capable shooter. He can hit from just about anywhere.
Doncic down the lane for 3. James. The shot is good. Doncic making the play. And the Lakers lead by 12.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Irving with it. 7 points in the game. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The 3 from Washington. They get it back. Davis with a screen on Hachimura. Washington finds Davis. Back to Washington. Beyond the arc. The Lakers with a rebound. Hayes has got 5 rebounds in the game. Launches it from deep. James can't get it to go. And so it's Los Angeles now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Dante Exum is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's Derek Lively. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Marshall in at the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. And the Lakers making a change here. Finney Smith's checked in. Here's Goodwin. From downtown. Powell pulls it in. Here's Marshall. Pass to Exum. Launches it. Now Powell. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused when weird plays happen. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Hachimura's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Marshall. Connects from downtown.
And clearly he needs no time to warm up.
And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. There's a screen. Shot is up. Good on the jump shot. Reeves has got his first points of the night. And an intentional foul right there. Kleba, he's checked in for Hachimura.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Mavericks trail by 9.
Number 14.
It's Powell on the wing. Yes, and a nice assist from Dinwiddie. Powell's got his first 3 points of the game.
Now, this is an evolving aspect of Dwight Powell's game, getting comfortable in the catch and shoot from just about anywhere.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight, and he can't get the first one.
2 shots.
Good on the second one. Dallas has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Pass to Marshall. Back to Powell. The 3 is up. Rebounded by the Lakers. Over a minute and a half now into this third quarter action. And that one's good. Connect.
a go-to shot for Connect. He takes pride in burying these long-range missiles.
Well, Dalton Connect had a late growth spurt during college, and it really helped his game, Grant.
He really did. I mean, B.A., he started college as a 6'3" guard, but grew 3 inches during his first 2 seasons and added some muscle. Now at 6'6", he can play confidently out there on the wing.
Now here's Reeves. Here's the 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Here's Lively. Chalk up 2 there. Lively's got his first points in this one.
Boy, outstanding decision-making by Dinwiddie. We associate him as a scorer, but what a pretty look.
Here's Reeves. Pass to Vanderbilt. Powell with a steal. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. Exum passes to Marshall. Now here's Lively. Exum outside. Floats one up. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That's great work on the glass. That kind of hustle play can energize your team.
The Lakers lead by 9. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. Nifty move. And a slam dunk by Lively.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Mavericks trail by 10. Pass to Exum. There's a minute 17 left in the third quarter. Marshall passes to Lively. Powell against Kleba. And the 3 off target. The Lakers have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. And here's Connect outside. Lively grabs a miss. For Dallas, they've gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. And he gets that one. Marshall's got 5 points in the quarter.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Vanderbilt with a screen. From deep, Reeves. Lively grabs a miss. Lively's got 4 rebounds in the game. Dinwiddie gets the bucket.
Well, terrific job by Spencer Dinwiddie to get up the floor. It's a nice way to get an easy bucket.
Reeves against Dinwiddie. Out to Kleba. Fires from deep. Kept alive. Back to Reeves. Jacks up a 3. Counted from distance. Reeves has got 8.
Great work collapsing the defense, then kicking it out.
Here's Dinwiddie. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Here's Reeves. Oh, he goes up high for the 2-handed slam.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
You're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. And it's a completely new group here for the Mavericks. On the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Hayes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Mavericks trail by 11. Here's Irving. High post Davis. Pass to Christie. Thompson, a screen on Doncic. Christie passes to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Davis, a screen. And Kyrie Irving with the 3.
Well, we know Kyrie is one of the outstanding shot takers and makers in this league.
Out to James. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Doncic has got 5 assists in the game.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
The floater. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Puts up a 3. James can't get it to go. For Dallas, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. And here's Doncic outside. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Outside Davis. Pass to Thompson. Here's Irving. Fires the 3. Again, Irving missing.
That's how you stay connected to a shooter. Was right in his jersey.
Oh, James knocks down the triple.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end. Amazing. Even a little bit off target, LeBron knows how to finish the alley-oop.
Out to Thompson. Back to Irving. To the paint. Now here's Thompson. He's closely guarded. Davis from long range. Rebound by the Lakers. James has got 5 rebounds tonight. Lays it up and banks it in. James has got 28.
Well, you know, it's already tough to play like this at home, but it's even tougher to do so on the road.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive. I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Hachimura finds James. Lets the 3 fly. The Mavericks pull it in. Thompson's got 4 rebounds in the game. There's Davis with the 3. Davis polishes off the break.
And I'll tell you what, I just love how Davis runs the floor. Just incredible. I mean, how do you stop him in these situations?
Drops in the 3.
Have to show more effort defensively. Everyone knows he can do that from deep.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game. Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Stolen by Thompson. Here's the 3. And Dallas hits again from deep.
Come on, that's almost unfair. This guy steps across the half-court line, and you've got to guard him from that spot.
Doncic passes to Hachimura. Hayes for 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Lakers?
What a performance for beyond the arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Austin Reeves, well, maybe a little bit of a use it or lose it situation.
LeBron James, 2 shots. The play will be
Just challenge in place. We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up by 9. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And here's Thompson for 3. Oh, Thompson buries the tray.
Klay Thompson loves delivering in tight spots. How easy to does he make that big bucket look?
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
Lakers foul. LeBron James. First personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that brings him with an 8.
The neat thing about Kyrie Irving is you get style and substance. This guy's such a fluid player, makes the game look effortless.
For 3, James. Rebound, Anthony Davis. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Pass to Irving. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Launches a 3. Some solid defense from James. Launches it. Thompson pulls it in. And James launches it from deep. Missed it. So we see the Lakers get the win here. All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Grant Hill.
Here we've got two of the highest scoring teams in the entire NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, there is firepower everywhere with these two teams. So defensively, you can't take away everything, but you have to try to take away something.
Limit some things, right, Coach? You can't stop everything on the floor.
Not at all. You've got to pick your poison and decide what you can live with.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. Porzingis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land. I'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Jason Kidd.
Now, of course, I asked Coach what his plan was about defending Jason Tatum, and he said, I told our guys just to play smart, to play up on him, but not get baited into fouls, and try to get a hand in his face. Now, that's a difficult challenge for any defense, so we'll see what happens tonight. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Goes back up, and that's 2 points on the layup. Irving's got 5 points so far.
And that's a defensive miscue there. You can't let Irving get that kind of position inside.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Now Brown, after the missed 3 from Klay Thompson.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
And here are the Mavericks now. After Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Out to Thompson. Over in the corner, Washington. Shot clock at 5. And here's Davis for 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
It's always a good sign when the 3 is falling for Davis. It really opens up the rest of his game.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
You can't give Irving any airspace when he's handling the rock because that's when he strikes.
Pass to Porzingis. Back to White. There's the triple. It's good from long range.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Davis dishes to Irving.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Out to Thompson. Back to Irving. The shot's good. That's 10 points for Kyrie Irving.
The high basketball IQ of Klay Thompson finding a better look there.
Tatum finds Porzingis. Tatum drives in. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
First personal foul.
That one on Thompson.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates is a big part of it. Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Thompson misses.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Porzingis can't hit. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Irving gets to Washington. Back to Irving. Pass to Christie. Jacks up a three. Bangs home the trifecta. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Tatum. He's got 9. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tatum on the wing. White the pass to Tatum. Back to White. Lets it go. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Davis with a screen on Brown. Thompson dishes to Irving. Lets the 3 fly. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Dallas. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
I know it's early, but all those 3-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the center, locking down the middle. Davis has the open look. Offline with his 3. Boston's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. The Mavericks trailing. Here's Christie. A 3-pointer is right on target. Christie's got 6.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities.
Pritchard, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
And stolen by White. And here's the fast break. Here's Tatum. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Boston.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
Thompson for the triple. Here's Davis, and it's slammed in by Davis.
Just beating everybody to the board, using his length, his skill set. The big fella Davis getting it done.
Tatum kicks to White. Back to Tatum. Off target from 3-point range. And it's Davis with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Trailing by 2. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017 has come a long way. Kevin, those chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Right side Davis. Irving for 3. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And guys, making it look effortless right now. Irving doing whatever he wants on offense.
Brown inside the line. Good. Brown's got the game tied up here for Boston.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Irving's shot is good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And the foul called on P.J. Washington. That'll be his second foul of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Pritchard. Dinwiddie covering. Pritchard passes to Craig. Lively with it. That ball. Great assist by Marshall. Lively's got the lead up to 4 now for Dallas.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
It's tipped. And Exum with the clear path to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway layup. Exum's got his first 2 points.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Here's Cornette. Lively defending. Cornette kicks to Craig. Pass to Walsh. Lets it go with the 3. With the putback. It's good on the putback. Pritchard's got his first bucket of the night.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-off.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Here's Exum, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Exum's got 4 points now in the quarter. 19 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pritchard passes to Walsh to the right side. Here's the screen. Craig kicks to Cornette, right wing. Here's Walsh. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Dallas, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. They've got Powell. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Dante Exum. Then it's Derek Lively, and it's Marshall in at the 3 spot. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. 5 on the clock. Here's Hauser. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the game right now. We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him. Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Dan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And there's the call. It's on Spencer Dinwiddie. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Over to the wing. Craig down low. Guarded by Powell. There's the 3. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Holiday.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
And one of the most respected players in the NBA is Drew Holiday.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a 3-time Teammate of the Year award winner. He's also a Sportsmanship Award winner. He is a pro's pro.
And really with good positional size, Dinwiddie can make plays above the rim.
Celtics trail by 7. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Drew Holiday said we can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger. Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. They are stacked, DA, for sure.
And in tight, Dinwiddie's got a good sense of how to be effective. Whether it's with the power or finesse, he can find a way to beat his man.
Outside Holiday. Hauser. The kick out to Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Here's Cornette. No good on the 3. Dallas leading by 9. Lively with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Dinwiddie for 3. Rebounded by Hauser. Celtics trail by 9. Holiday with it. 5 points in the game. Here's Cornette. And Holiday kicks to Cornette. Here's Craig on the wing. Holiday. Back to Craig. And finished off by Craig.
Knowing it's his responsibility to find open teammates. Holiday, nice job setting the table there.
Out to the right wing. Marshall passes to Dinwiddie. In the corner, Powell with it. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Lets it go from deep. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Holiday.
And I love Holiday's shot selection. Fantastic at realizing when he should shoot off the catch.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Here's Pritchard. Dinwiddie covering. Pass to Hauser. Over Marshall. Craig with it. 5 to shoot. From outside the arc. Rebound by Marshall. And so it's Exum with it. We'll bring it up for Dallas. Lively, that's good. And now it's an 8-point Maverick lead.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Down low, here's Craig. 17 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And here is Powell. Still scoreless. Powell sets a screen for Dinwiddie. Pass to Lively. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dinwiddie. Lively's got the lead up to 11 now for Dallas. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
And the lack of rim protection is top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
The 3 from Tatum. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks holding on to an 11-point. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the point guard. Holiday finds White. Hits the three-point bomb. White's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Davis, the pass to Thompson. Here's Irving. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Three-pointer. A rebound by Washington.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Dallas leading by 8. Pass to Christie. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 4th assist in this one.
And you know, for a score-first point guard, Irving is no slouch as a facilitator.
Porzingis with a screen on Washington. Tatum passes to Porzingis. And here's White. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Brown. The kick out to Holiday. Buries the long-range jumper.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody.
That one goes. Count it.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
The kick out to Brown. The Celtics working the ball around now. The 3 from Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
Irving looking over the floor. Pass to Christie. From down in the low post, it goes. Christie's got 4 points this quarter. Celtics trail by 8. Porzingis, that's a 2. Now Brown. Second chance shot. The kick out to Tatum. Outside Holiday. Thompson with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 8. To the wing right side. The screen from Thompson. Inside. Thompson gets it inside.
Known as a shooter, Thompson's size allows him to score inside as well.
They get a hand on it. And stolen by Thompson. And they're moving it up. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Davis, that's for 2. Knocked loose.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Porzingis finds Holiday. Back to Porzingis. Fires the 3. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Mavericks.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And also, the mid-range game has been working as well. They kept that as a big part of their game plan, and boy, are they being rewarded for it.
Here's White. Off target with his 3. If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option. And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Mavericks.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the floor of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kyrie Irving.
Well, just a fantastic job of distributing the ball. When you're able to see the floor like that and take advantage of what the defense gives you, it's huge.
Irving. The shot will not fall.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one
it's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's the Celtics with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Tatum finds Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
And that passing ability really helps separate Tatum from so many others because the defense has to focus on his ability to score.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide-open three.
Now a timeout called by Boston. What do you think, guys?
And the defenders are going to be very cautious coming out of this timeout. The only way they can get 4 points is with a three-pointer and a foul. So I'm sure the D will just back off.
Goes up off the inbound. So a close game sees Dallas taking this. They didn't make it. All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.